guys, welcome back. I know, I can't believe it either. A video 2 weeks in a row. Pat myself on the back. So if you couldn't tell from looking, there is an array of ingredients laid out in front of me, as well as some baking tools. I've been seeing this video going around for a while now, and it's people trying to bake things without a recipe, and I'd say I'm like, I don't know, what's between novice and intermediate baker? That's what I am. So, but I have a pretty good idea of how to bake most things and what's the correct procedure and ratios and stuff like that. So today I want to try and bake some cookies without a recipe. I debated even allowing myself to have measuring cups. The reason I think it'll be kind of fun to use the tools is that I can see how close I get, because a few months ago I saw one of these videos going around where people are trying to bake cookies without a recipe, and it just went so poorly, and I was like, hey, like, I bet I could name a cookie recipe off the top of my head, and I did, and it was very close. Like, I was pretty impressed with myself. And so I think it's in my memories. I'll pull it up and see if I did save it. But it has been actually quite a significant amount of time since the last time that I made cookies. I'm going into this pretty confident, and I feel like I'm gonna get pushed off my high horse. So let's get started. I normally listen to the Waitress soundtrack when I bake, so I can be like, what baking can do. But obviously I can't because I'm filming. Let's get started. So my mama raised me right. She always told me to put your dry and your wet and then mix them together. If I'm totally honest, I almost never do that, but for the sake of the challenge, follow by the traditional rules so I can get as close to a good cookie as I can. So I'm going to do the dry ingredients first. I'm going to start with some flour. I'm kind of torn between 2 and 3 cups for a traditional recipe. It's 3 cups. I gotta be firm so we can get a clear understanding of what I know. So it is definitely 3 cups of flour. And I feel pretty confident about the fact that it is 1 cup of brown sugar and 1 cup of white sugar, because we need to be inclusive about our sugars. I'm stupid! Oh my god, I'm stupid! Okay, you need to have the sugar with the wet ingredients. I know that. I'm going into this pretty confident, and I feel like I'm gonna get pushed off my high horse. It's fine. Like, it's really fine. It won't make a difference at all. I'm not actually sure that both of these go in. I know for sure baking powder. I'm gonna say with certainty it's 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That I feel pretty good about. I'm gonna say half a teaspoon of salt. I don't actually have loose salt, so I have to do this. I don't know about the baking soda. I'm gonna say a teaspoon. A teaspoon of baking soda. Fold together your dry ingredients, which should have no sugar in them. Okay, I'm pretty sure that it's 2 eggs. And like most people, I'm currently trying to learn to crack them with 1 egg, so I'm just gonna show off my skills. Oh. I kinda didn't think that was gonna work for me. And I know, before you're like, that's not how that works. You don't. I know, you're supposed to like do the eggs and add some sugar at a time. I just don't care. So I think this is gonna be a teaspoon of vanilla. It's either a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. Let's do a teaspoon. Too much vanilla is better than not enough, in my opinion. So a teaspoon of vanilla. And then if I'm correct, that's all you do for cookies. You don't put milk in cookies. So I'm pretty sure that this should be the wet ingredients. And that was the moment I knew I had fucked up. Fuck, I'm so stupid! I'm acting like I've never made cookies before. I didn't get the butter out. Listen, I feel really put on the spot. I don't have a recipe. I'm nervous about messing it up. So I didn't cream the butter and the sugar together first. But I'm going to now, sort of. I was thinking, I'm like, there's not enough wet ingredients. Like, what's happening? I'm just gonna put the eggs. Oh. Ah! This is Cookies 101, and I just forgot. So I'm gonna reprimand that. I kind of took the eggs out the best I could. It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed. And then I'm gonna cream the butter and add the mostly sugar kind of flour mixture. Just hope for the best because I've already messed it up like twice. Whatever. So I'm gonna add this weird, sad sugar thing. Please don't LOL at me in the comments. I'm gonna add these 2 eggs. Don't be afraid to fill this up with your favorite drink after. Extra protein. I was starting to think this looks a little bit thick, but you know, there's nowhere to go but forward. So we're just gonna add the dry ingredients. Okay, so it's actually starting to look pretty good. It's kind of turned into a dough consistency. It's just kind of dry, so it might have been that the recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, but you know what? You don't know until you bake it. So before I do anything else, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 375. It's either 350 or 375. I'm gonna go with 375. So obviously you can't make a chocolate chip cookie without some chocolate chips. So I have these Chip-Its like Hershey Kisses ones, and they're kind of cute. So I'm gonna put in some of those. My mom and I always used to use these growing up, so how could I resist? I don't want this to just be like any kind of cookie. I want people to be like,
wow, Emma, you're so creative. I can't believe you put that in your cookie.
I'm gonna add some graham crackers. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like,
Emma, you just said the cookies are dry. Why are you adding more dry?
And to that I say, shut up. I didn't mean it. I feel bad now. You're totally valid in thinking that. Terrible idea. They're gonna be like desert cookies. And I know what you're thinking. What could she possibly add next, that crazy kook? I'm gonna add some Ruffles. I had to think about what to call these for a second. Potato chips. Potato chips! Wow, these are so fun, guys. If I act like I'm having a great time, then so will the audience, right? This is the most important moment, and it is trying the cookie dough. I mean, it just tastes like a cookie. It actually tastes really good. Because I feel like I've already taken this too far, I'm also gonna add just like a little handful of shredded coconut. It's snowing. Now it's time to put them on the sheet. I've got a cookie sheet and a cookie scoop. I'm just gonna plop plop. That's what I always say. I really thought that I was smarter than a recipe. I was so cocky going into this. I was like, I basically have already done this in my mind, so it's just gonna be that easy, and it's not that easy. Ow, it's sharp. When your cookie dough be sharp though, oh my god, like it won't even stick to itself. These are my darling babies, and I'm gonna throw them in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes until they get golden brown around the edges. I'm also a firm believer that you should clean up in between the making and baking process because you have like so much time. Just like clean up. Your parents will love you for it. If they didn't already. Okay, so these are my babies. They actually look pretty good. They obviously didn't spread a lot, but I was worried they weren't gonna spread at all, and they did, so thank God for that. They look pretty good, they feel pretty good, they're nice and golden, but obviously you can't try a cookie like this without a glass of milk. And if you're anything like me and most of the people out there, you drink almond milk now. I've also been seeing a lot of people making almond milk lately on YouTube, so if you want to see that, you know, let me know, or don't, because I'll probably just do it anyway. So I'm gonna grab this nice looking boy. I mean, they're just kind of good. I don't think there's anything really special. It just kind of tastes like a cookie. Well, I mean, obviously they're a success because I keep going back for more. It's kind of an underwhelming result because they're just kind of good. They look like a cookie, taste like a cookie. Maybe it's just because I'm really skeptical now, but I feel like something's missing. I just finished filming, but I forgot to say I'm gonna look up the chocolate chip cookie recipe and kind of just see how I did. So the only thing I ended up actually forgetting was the 2 teaspoons of hot water for the baking soda to like dilute it or whatever, and then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Maybe it's just because I kind of like messed up the wet ingredients and maybe that's why it seemed so dry because they didn't get fully mixed. I was really close. Guys. So hopefully when my parents get home I can get them to try one and get their reaction on film and see if they notice a difference. But I kind of feel like they won't, so.
Come on,
I
come
feel like
on.
I have to burp, and then all that's coming up is this funny liquid.
Yeah, you're fine. Come on. Boys, dramatic. Cheers.
Okay.
How you smile?
How do they taste?
I can't taste them because I'm worried about trying to figure out what they taste like.
This kind of tastes like a cookie.
There's nothing weird about them?
No.
Strange at all?
No, not at all.
Oh, I made them without a recipe. Why are you acting surprised? I made those without a recipe.
I don't know why I'm supposed to be surprised. They're cookies.
But I just made them off the top of my head.
It's not like you're making a stroganoff, it's like you're making a cookie.
Yeah, but it can go so wrong. It's a very delicate science, baking. You're not surprised enough.
Stream zoom? That's fun.
I'm upset. I don't even care. So that was me trying to make cookies without a recipe. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me that you do. You can like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but just know that you're making my day by doing it. Let me know if you want to see me make drunk banana bread in the future, because I'm currently letting these bananas sit on the counter so that I can get them all brown to make banana bread. So if you want to see me do that, but with a lot of rosé involved, I think that would be kind of fun. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Bye! See you next week, maybe. You might be here, but I might not, so we'll see. Bye.